بسم الله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين وبعد. السلام عليكم warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I welcome each and every one of us to this class. As you can see, these are a Sarf, and this happens to be our first class in this tractate we shall be learning. Ad-Darsul Awwal, the first lesson. And we have Al-Wahdatu Al-Ula. Like you are familiar with the approach of the author, he does start with Al-Kalimatul Jadida. And Al-Kalimatul Jadida means new vocabularies, new words. The first one we have here is Azuma. Azuma. It became what? Large. That's the meaning of Azuma. It became enormous. Ya'zumu. It is becoming enormous or larger, or it will become larger. Azuma ya'zumu. That's Azuma, like I've explained in some of our subjects, that whenever you see the author bringing two things together like this, he's telling you that the first one is fi'l madhi, that's the past tense, while the second one is fi'l mudari. And that's one of the things we shall be learning in this Sarf. Most time we hear and we'll be repeating fi'l madhi, fi'l mudari. So fi'l madhi, that's past tense, and fi'l mudari, that's continuous tense. Maybe it might be present, continuous, or future tense. Now, thawabun, that's what? Reward. It means reward. Thawab. Qaruba means it became near. Yaqrubu, it is becoming nearer. Haruma, it is prohibited. Yahrumu, it is becoming prohibited, or it will become or shall become prohibited. Khataba, he gave a speech. He made a speech. He delivered a speech. Or khataba, he toasted. Whenever a man is making out to an intended partner, that's khataba. What? Because that's also a speech. Yakhtubu, he is giving a speech or is delivering a sermon. Al-mustalahatul jadida, new terminologies, new jargons. That's al-mustalahat. That's the plural form of what? Al-mustalah. And that means what? Terminology. Al-mustalahat, terminologies. Al-jadida, to new terminologies. Awzanun, that's measures or scales, measures, awzan. And that's the plural form of waznun. Harakatun, that's a sign, haraka, a sign, maybe the Fatrah sign or Kasra sign or Dhamma sign. Fa'ul fa'il, it means whenever we have a verb written, are you getting me? Or a noun written. When we say kelima, let me bring it like this. Kelima. When we say fa'ul kelima, it means the first letter present in that word is what? Fa. But now, let's come back to what this author said. Fa'ul fa'il. Let us consider one of the verbs we have passed here. We have qaruba. We have azuma, khataba. I mean, good. When we have azuma, and you already know that's the past tense and that's the verb, that ain that occurred first will be regarded as the fa'ul fa'il. While the dha in the second letter there will be regarded as what? Ainul fi'il. While the mim in azuma will be regarded as what? Lamul fi'il. That means all verb that has three letters that are formed from 3 letters. They are guided as what? Fi'l. The first one will be representing the fa, while the second letter will be representing the ain, while the last letter will be representing what? The lam. Same thing as qawuba. The qaf will be guided as what? Fa al-fi'l, while the ra will be guided as ain al-fi'l, while the ba will be guided as what? Lam al-fi'l. The same thing with khataba. The kha there will be guided as what? Fa al-fi'l, while the ta will be guided as what? Ain al-fi'l, while the ba will be guided as what? Lamul fi'l. Al-fathatu, that's the fatha sign. We have al-fi'l al-madi al-thulathi, that's the past tense. Al-thulathi, that has 3 letters, that is formed from 3 letters. Al-fi'l al-madi al-thulathi. The past tense are what? Of 3 letters. They are made of 3 letters, like azuma, like khotoba, and like haruma. That's it. Al-kasratu, that's the kasra sign. Maftuh. Maftuh, as far, we are talking of terminology here. Aha. Maftuh does not mean opened here. No. It means something that is having the fatha sign. If I should tell you maftuhul ain, it means the second letter will be having fatha. Maftuhul lam, it means the third letter, that lam, will be having what? Fatha. Or maftuhul fa, it means the first letter is having what? Fatha. Good, you should take notes. Madmumun, it means it's having what? Dhamma. This Dhamma sign. The Dhamma sign, the Dhamma sign. When we say maftuh, look at this is the fatha, that's maftuh. Madmum, it means it's having what? The Dhamma sign like this. And maksur, it means it's having the kasra sign like this. So when we say, for example, we have, let me put it here. We have harum. So here we say this ha is what? Is a fa ul fi'l. Can you see? Why the ra here is what? Ainul fi'l. Why this meme will be what? The lamul fi'l. So here the fa here is what? Maftuhul al-fa. This ha for this particular verb is maftuhul ha. So the ha is having fatha. Why the ra is madmum, is having dhamma. Why the meme is having what? Fatha. Can you see? Harum. So the first letter will be fa ul fi'l, while the second letter will be ain ul fi'l, while the third letter will be what? Lam ul fi'l. So that's that on that. To make it clearer, let me use another example. We have sami'a. This is the fa ul fi'l. This is the word ain ul fi'l, and this is the word lam ul fi'l. This is maftuhul alfa. This maqsurul ain is having kasra, and this is also maftuhul or maftuhul lam. That is, the lam is having what? Fatha. So that means for this is because haruma. We are going to give the alphabet, the letters, the haraka, the signs on each alphabet. We give it to this frame. So the ha, the fa will be also having what? Fatha. Ru, the ain will also be having dhamma. Ma, and the lam will be having fatha. That is because fa'ula, haruma, fa'ula, sami'a. This one will be having fatha, while the mim is kesor. That means the ain takes kesor, and the ain is having fatha. This becomes fatha. Sami'a, fa'ila. Do you understand? And for khotoba, khotoba, This is the Fa'ul Kalma and is having the Fatrah sign. The Ta is what? Ainul Kalma or Ainul Fail is having Fatrah, and the Ba is what? Lamul Fail and is having Fatrah. Khotaba Fa'ala. Can you see? So that's what is in the author meant with Awzan. That is the measures, the scales. We have given out the scales now. Haruma, the scale with what? Fa'ala. Khotoba, the scale with what? Fa'ala. That means each sign, the determinant for the signs of fa'ala or fa'ula or fa'ila will be what? The signs on each individual letters in the particular verb. Are you getting me? Yes. Now, let us move to, let me erase this. Now, let us move to the next thing here. Salatul Jumu'ah. Salatul Jumu'ah. And Salatul Jumu'ah, it means what? The Friday prayer. The Jumu'ah session, the Friday prayer. قالت هند لابنها إبراهيم. قالت هند لابنها إبراهيم أعلم يا بني. قالت هند لابنها إبراهيم. Hind said to her son Ibrahim, Ailam ya bunay, oh my son, you should know, take note, you should know that annahu idha hana waqtu salati al-jumu'ati haruma al-bay', that once it is time for the Friday prayer, idha hana waqtu salati al-jumu'ah, once it is the time for the Friday prayer, haruma al-bay', transaction is prohibited. Haruma, it became prohibited. What? Bay, transaction, buying and selling. Walidhalika, and for that reason, azuma thawabu al-mubakkirina ila salati al-jum'ah. The reward, azuma thawabu al-mubakkirin, it became enormous. The reward of those who are punctual, al-mubakkirin, those who attend in the what? In the early period. Attend what? Ila Salat Juma. Those who are present in the Friday prayer in the early periods, their reward becomes enormous. It becomes what? Enormous. So that's it. Now, here, the second, what we have in the second page here, Tadribu Muraja'atin li'af'al al-mustawa al-awwal. For this, we are going to leave it out. We are going to leave it out. Just disregard this for now. So, because it is an exercise for those who have learned in the previous tries. So for us here, we are going to ignore this now. Then later we come back to it. So let us move to the next page. Now, Fahima Ibrahimu ma qalatu ummuhu. Fahima Ibrahimu ma qalatuhu ummuhu. Ibrahim understood what his mother had told him. Wa kharaja min al-bayt, and he went out of the house. Wa dakhala al-masjida, and he entered into the masjid. Wa bakkara ma'al mubakkirin, and he was early, that is, he set out early, ma'al mubakkirin, with those who also set out at the early stage, at the early time of the day to attend the Friday session. Wa bakkara, he was punctual, ma'al mubakkirin, with those who were punctual. Fasalla tahiyyat al-masjid, and upon this he prayed the tahiyyat al-masjid. You know tahiyyat al-masjid? That's the two voluntary prayers you make whenever you enter the masjid before you sit down. وَقَرَأَ شَيْئًا مِنَ الْقُرْآنِ الْكَرِيمِ, and he read a portion in the Quran, in the glorious Quran. وَعِنْدَمَا قَرُبَ وَقْتُ الصَّلَاةِ, and when it's the time to pray was near. وَعِنْدَمَا قَرُبَ وَقْتُ الصَّلَاةِ, when the time of prayer was near. نَادَى الْمُؤَذِّنُ لِلصَّلَاةِ وَخَطَبَ الْإِمَامُ. نَادَى الْمُؤَذِّنُ, the mu'adhin, the one who proclaimed the adhan, gave the adhan, called to the adhan, لِلصَّلَاةِ, for the prayer. وَخَطَبَ الْإِمَامُ, and the imam gave what? Sermon. He delivered his speech. That's the khutbah. وَسَمِعَ إِبْرَاهِيمُ الْخُطْبَةَ مَعَ النَّاسِ, and Ibrahim listened to the what? To the speech that was delivered. مَعَ النَّاسِ, along with the people. As the people were listening, he was also listening. ثُمَّ صَلَّى الْفَرِيضَةَ وَرَجَعَ إِلَى بَيْتِهِ, then he prayed what? The obligatory salah, that was the Jummah. He prayed it. وَرَجَعَ إِلَى بَيْتِهِ, and afterwards he returned to his house. Now we have al-as'ila, questions. That's the meaning of al-as'ila. That's the plural form of su'al, su'alun. As'ilatu, al-as'ilatu, that's the questions. ماذا قالت الأم لإبراهيم. ماذا قالت الأم لإبراهيم. Let us go back to the passage. It means, what did the mother told Ibrahim? We are going to answer in this manner that قالت الأم لإبراهيم أنه إذا حان وقت الصلاة الجمعة حرم البيع. That was what the mother told him. That once it's time for the prayer, transaction is what? It becomes something that is prohibited, that is not allowed, that is not permissible. Second one, ماذا فعل إبراهيم بعد دخوله المسجد. What did Ibrahim did when after he entered into the masjid? ماذا فعل إبراهيم بعد دخوله المسجد؟ صلى إبراهيم تحية المسجد بعد دخوله المسجد. You say بعد دخول إبراهيم المسجد صلى تحية المسجد. He prayed what? The تحية المسجد. وقرأ شيئا من القرآن الكريم, and he read part or a portion of the Quran. ماذا حدث بعد أن قرب وقت الصلاة. What happened? What took place after the prayer time was near? بعد أن قرب وقت الصلاة, when it was very close to start the prayer, what happened? The author told us what happened. He said, بعد أن قرب وقت الصلاة نادى المؤذن للصلاة وخطب الإمام. So that's the answer. Now we go to the next point here. الفعل الماضي الثلاثي. الفعل الماضي, the past tense الثلاثي, that's having three words, three letters forming them. As the past tense are formed from three letters. That's the meaning الفعل الماضي الثلاثي. Or we say that the past tense that are having their basic letters to be three. Are you getting their basic letters? Their fundamental letters are three in numbers. Here you have al-jumla, the sentence al-madi al-thulathi, the what? The past tense. The past verbs are having their fundamental letters to be three. And we have in this column, we have Harakatul wasat, ainul fi'l. The sign of the letters in the middle. I get me. Ainul fi'l. That is the second letter. Since we know that the first letter will be the fa'ul fi'l, while the second one will be what? Ainul fi'l. While the last one will be lamul fi'l. So yeah, ainul fi'l. The letter in the middle, the sign is having. So that's harakatul wasat. Kharaja Ibrahim. So in Nahu, you already know that Ibrahim is a name, is Ism. So here, we are concerned majorly with the verb here in this class now, this lesson. Kharaja Ibrahim. So we are going to bring out the verb. That's kharaja. Kharaja. The ainul fi'l here is ra. Abi? That's the ainul fi'l. The ainul fi'l here is the ra. Since the fa'ul fi'l is kha, why the ainul fi'l is ra and the lamul fi'l is jim. Here, ra is having which sign? Al-Fatrah. That's what this is telling us. Al-Fatrah. Al-Fatrah is having what? Al-Fatrah. Can you see? Dakhala. The ain is having what? Al-Fatrah. Sami'a. Here, the ain here, ain al-fi'l is mim and is having kasra. That's why he said al-kasra. Fahima. The ain here too is having what? The ain here is ha and is having kasra, al-kasra too, as you can see, al-kasra. Then qawuba. The ain al-fi'l here is ra and is having what? Dhamma, ad-dhamma. Azuma. The ain al-fi'l here is dha and is having what? Dhamma. That's ad-dhamma too, as the ain, the harakatul ain or the harakatul wasat. The middle what? Haraka. Kharaja Ibrahim. Ibrahim went out. Dakhala al-masjida. He entered into the masjid. Sami Ibrahim al-khutbah. Ibrahim listened to the khutbah. He listened. Fahima Ibrahim ma qala al-khatib. Ibrahim understood what the lecturer or the imam what he delivered. He understood it or what he said. Qaruba waqtu salah. The time of salah was near or is near. Azuma thawabul mubakkirin. The reward of those who are punctual became enormous. Ila salatul Juma, to what? To the Friday prayer. Now we move to the next one. Al-Qawa'id. Al-Qawa'id. That's what? The principles. يسمى الحرف الأول من الفعل الماضي الثلاثي. He said the first alphabet in the fi'l الماضي الثلاثي, in the past tense that has their fundamental letters to be three. The first alphabet there is known as what? Fa'ul fi'l, and we have mentioned that fa'ul fi'l. ويسمى الحرف الثاني من الفعل الماضي الثلاثي. Why the second alphabet in the past tense that has its fundamental letters to be three, it is known as what? Ain al-fi'l. That's Ain al-fi'l, the second letter. ويسمى الحرف الثالث من الفعل الماضي الثلاثي. Why the third alphabet in the past tense that has its basic letters to be three, the last letter there is known as what? Lamul fi'l. Is what? Lam al-fi'l is known as what? Lamul fi'l. والحروف الثلاثة جاءت من كلمة فعل. Can you see? Fa, Ain, and Lam. He said, and these, the three letters, originated from this word, fi'l. التي تقابل الفعل الماضي الثلاثي. That is now what? That is fitting into the past tense. That has its basic letters to be three. That means how we got fa'ul fi'l, ainul fi'l, lamul fi'l originated from what? Fi'l. That's an action. Fi'l. A deed. The second point here to be noted is that للأفعال الماضية الثلاثية ثلاثة أوزان بحسب حركة عين الفعل وهي look at للأفعال الماضية الثلاثية for the verbs that are three, for the past verbs. Are you getting that? Is the verbs that are indicating showcasing that the action had taken place in the past, that also have their letters, their basic letters to be three. They are having what? Thalathatu awzan. They are having three measures. Thalathatu awzan. Three scales. Bihasabi harakati ainil fi'l. Depending on the words. That is dependent. It is depending on the sign of the second letter. The ainul fi'l, the second letter. That means what will determine the number of the scales is what the ainul fi'l, as far as the verbs having their basic letters to be three is concerned. What will be the determinants of the number of scales is the what? Is the second letter, which is the ainul fi'l. Like fa'ala, mithlu kharaja, kharaja maftuhul ain. That is the ain here in kharaja is what is having fatrah, is maftuhul ain. Maftuhul ain, look at maftuhul ain, that is kharaja. That means it will become fa'ala. This is the fa'ul kalima, and so far the fa'ul kalima is having fatia, that's kha. It becomes fa. Ra, that's a. Ja, that's la. Fa'ala. Dakhala, same thing, that's fa'ala as well. That's one measure, fa'ala. You should take notes. And that's one of the basic measure of al-fi'lu al-madi al-thulathi. For the second, fa'ila. Fa'ila, like sami'a. Sami'a. The first letter there, which is the sin, that's the fa'ul fi'l, is having what? Fat'a. Fa. Why the ainul fi'l is the meme, is having kasra. Maksur al-ain, that is having kasra. The ain, the second letter is having kasra. That's fa'i. Why the third one is the lamul fi'l, that's the ain. Sami'a, fa'ila. Why the third one? Qaruba and azuma. That's fa'ula, madmumul ain. The ain is having dhamma. As you can see, it's raw. That's the ain there, and it's having dhamma. Likewise, dha. That is the ain there, is having dhamma. That's fa'ula. So that means for fi'lul madi al-thulathi, the past tense having their basic letters to be three, is having how many measures now? Three measures. We have fa'ala, we have the fa'ala, we have the fa'ila, and we have the fa'ula. So I want us to study what we have learned today on our own. We should revise and we should try to digest all we have been taught. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant us understanding. So we stop here for today. Subhanakallahumma bihamdik. Ashhadu an la ilaha illa ant. Astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk.